So Riot seems to have stepped it up when it comes to being able to order the Riftbound Arcane boxes that we were able to go ahead and get ordered today at 9 a.m. PT. Now, with that being said, I was a little bit skeptical at first. I even was at work trying to go ahead and get this order going, and it went a little bit something like this.
Please don't be that one weird monster looking thing. Like,
Yeah.
Don't be that.
Yeah.
That
would be. Oh my gosh.
But that leads into night.
Come on.
What's it called? It's
Oh, the
Nocturne.
Nocturne.
because it's his grandson.
Really?
He's the main character. Richter.
Oh, that's
Is it
comforting.
worth the watch? I know you said you didn't like it, but
It's worth the watch. It's just not as. I hear
I only saw the first season, and then I started the second season. I hear the second season and third season is way better.
Yeah, I would love to.
I know the ones after the first are way better.
I thought it was crazy that they actually brought Dracula back to life. Like that's how it ended. They were like in the tavern. I was like, what? I know.
I hate
They
that
should
one.
have stayed dead. Like,
I was like, why the fuck did What's the point?
no, literally. It's like, and then they're like, we're just gonna let Alucard not know. Like, we're gonna give him time. I'm like, you guys. The whole
But
point of the
Alucard-
series.
Is in not
Oh really? This,
in the second season.
I think
That might be
something
why.
may be starting. I think I may need to start this. No, but that's I was like, why? After everything that we've been through together as the show.
All I can do is what's happening. I don't even like I don't want to do a spoiler on it, but you can get
Yeah.
the free pass now.
It's like go back to hell. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, just be dead and like be.
You know.
But they're like, we're not gonna tell ourselves we're existing, but we're just gonna like go. We're gonna eat fish and like giggle together.
It's
And
a
I'm like,
wonderful place in England.
yeah.
Good on you, bro. Sorry, go stay there.
Is that?
I don't care about you.
Is
it already
because,
gone?
They're starting something else. Like, are they doing another season? Like, did they?
Oh,
just
yeah.
Then, do you think?
Because I could open this happy
Well,
someone.
Yeah.
To lock them.
yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea what happens in Nocturne, so I couldn't tell you. But
Yeah, I didn't love that. But I also love that.
Okay.
Cypher.
Okay.
That she's
Very
pregnant.
nice.
That made me so happy. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's how the whole Richter situation.
Uh-huh.
Because her kid had a kid, and that's
Oh, okay, cool.
So, Belmont. It's like,
well, yeah, it's like in the future.
I assume that we're back.
And that was one of the hardest parts. Is I was very, very worried that we were not going to be able to necessarily get these boxes. I mean, we saw, for example, with getting the set 1 boxes of Riftbound, it managed to really sell out within the first 5 minutes. And then on top of that as well, everyone was trying to just even get it into their cart. And when they were trying to get it into the cart, it just wasn't necessarily working out whatsoever. So to be able to actually go ahead and load in, yes, there was going to be maybe a little bit of hiccups there with that. You saw kind of some fears where it's just like, oh, sorry, things that might have been in cart now aren't in cart. And then on top of that, with being able to, not be able to order at all. It says, hey, go ahead and pre-order now, but there's no box to actually click on. But all of that was resolved incredibly quickly, and within the first 3 minutes of being able to even purchase these boxes, I was able to do so. Managed to get 2 for myself in this case. Might be gifting it to a friend. Might actually just keep one sealed and keep one open. Who knows? We'll see what happens when Christmas comes, because that's when they're about to be shipping out. So food for thought on all of that, but glad that it was able to go so smoothly. This is very encouraging because we've even seen, with Magic the Gathering sets, how things have sold out incredibly quick, and scalpers, being able to just get the majority of the, content and everything. And we, as the ones who actually want to collect and be a part of these drops, are unable to do so. That's just kind of how these go. And so I'm very happy with how this turned out. Now, Of course, there are still going to be a couple of hiccups that we managed to see here that we are able to find on Twitter or X, for example. For example, one of the issues that we were having here with Uncanny Girl, she said, "Hello, fellow Canadians, and I am also told Australians. Riot Games does not have geo restrictions for limited edition the Riftbound kits for Arcane programmed properly. So our IP addresses are currently blocked by the shipping calculator." And that was a pretty big deal here. Now, of course, she was able to go ahead and get this. It was a VPN that you could go ahead and add to the United States as a location, and then everything would actually be able to calculate properly there. But even still, that can be a really big issue, with trying to go ahead and get things ordered. And then, of course, with people in Australia as well, this pre-order managed to happen at 2 a.m. for them. So if they did want to try to get a part of this and then waited up until 2 a.m., tried to log in and get all of that going and were unable to do so, that can be a little disheartening. But luckily, VPN could go ahead and get that fixed. And hopefully this is another thing that Riot can learn about in the future and properly prepare for. But still, especially when something is a limited release here, even though 2 hours later we still haven't necessarily sold out of the product, it can still be something that is a little frustrating to try to do so, especially when you don't know when they are going to be selling out. It could be 5 minutes, it could be an hour, it could be, tomorrow or whatever it might be, but still, the unknown can be very stressful when you're unable to actually purchase the things that you want to do so. But still, all in all, great to be able to see. Now, with that being said, Max went ahead on his Twitter as well. He said that, the scalpers are out and they are coming with a vengeance. Now, this is really sad to be able to see as well, that they are trying to go ahead and get things going with a quick sale of this product. And it literally, you see on this time, September 2nd, 9:15, 9:16, 9:17, that these were added. So literally 15 minutes after this went on sale, it was still able to be found in the store. It hadn't even sold out yet or anything of that sort. And someone's already trying to sell it for $1,000 right here. Like, come on, dude. Really? You want to go about that game? Sure, fine. Go ahead and try to do this. But again, scalpers are always going to be a very, just how trading card games are. And unfortunately, especially as Riftbound continues to catch fire throughout the world here, we're going to see it go ahead and only get worse. So the fact of the matter is that they are still trying to go ahead and sell this immediately after this goes live is pretty hilarious. Especially $450, $500, $1,000 is an absolute joke, but that's the world we live in, and that's how it is. But still, I am absolutely thrilled with how they were going to be able to respond to this. I'm hoping that we are going to be able to get more Riftbound product, because that's really going to be the biggest thing. Are we going to actually be able to order any more boxes off of the Riot website? And if so, how smoothly are they going to be able to get those orders, one, processed, but two, also being able to be delivered? Now, I'm still hopeful. I just really hope that we are going to be able to get a couple more boxes online. Our local game stores and things of that nature are starting to get confirmed with how many products they are able to be released. There's game stores that are being a little bit worried about how that might be going. Some of them aren't even accepting pre-orders, for example, just because of pricing differences and things of that nature. Where they get billed after the delivery, and so prices might even be fluctuating a little bit because of that. Now, that's for other card games where that has happened. Lorcana, that's been something that they've been worried about, where when the box gets delivered, they're like, oh, by the way, instead of this price per pack, now we're actually charging this price per pack, pay up. And they have to, and if they sold their boxes at a particular price, then unfortunately they are just out of that money, because they promised and already have purchased that kind of product for the customer at a certain price. And that's something that very well can go ahead and bring board game stores or card game stores under and forcing them to close down because of purchases like that. So there's a lot of game stores around me that aren't even necessarily accepting pre-orders because they already know how many boxes are going to be available day one. There was a person who said, we've ordered 90 boxes. We've been confirmed that we're only going to be getting 35. So because of that, we're just not necessarily going to be allowing it. It's going to be a first come, first serve basis. And that can be a little bit scary because it's like, well, is this going to be like other card games where the first set is just very scarce here? And that's something that's yet to be seen. We're going to be finding out is exactly how that's going to be, on Halloween and after that as well. So that can be a little bit intimidating to see how that might be unraveling here. But even still, the biggest thing is if Riftbound doesn't necessarily have the right amount of product upon launch, how quickly can they go ahead and get the next print shipped out to those consumers so that we are able to go ahead and get that product? Again, time will tell, and I can't wait to see how it ends up going. I am a little bit worried that I might not be able to get the product, but that's why I've gone ahead and also ordered, the pre-made deck boxes and things of that nature. Even the four decks in a box with Master Yi and Annie and things of that nature. So if anything on day one, I can go ahead and play like a Master Yi that is somewhat built out and pretty efficient, even if I don't happen to get all of the boxes. So time will be able to tell. That stuff at least has been going ahead and being able to get regular product out. The packs are going to be a little bit harder to maybe get. GameStop has places where you could go ahead and pre-order the packs as well, but you have to do individual packs instead of actual boxes, and we'll see how things continue to go with that. But so far, very impressed that they were going ahead and able to make these adjustments from the set 1 box pre-orders to now. Arcane went incredibly smooth. Again, still that one hiccup with the IPs not matching for Canada or Australia and that not causing them to order. That's a big deal, but otherwise it went incredibly smooth, and I am so excited to be able to see what is to come with Riftbound. So with that being said, guys, that is going to be all for today. What was your experience like when you were trying to order your Arcane box? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. And until next time, guys, have a good one.